Hi, my name is Alicia McNeil, and today I will be talking about society and American culture and the effects that it has on us as people. Now, before I start, I do not want to, my point here is to not change the way that you live your life or anything like that. I just kind of want to open your mind and be more mindful and help you to be more mindful of what you're feeding into, what you're feeding your mind, what you're feeding your soul, what you're feeding your life. And yeah, that's just basically what the point of this podcast is. And society tries to put us all into a box. They try and put us into a box that we have to adhere to, that we have to uphold. And American culture / society always tries to give us a set of rules, a set of guidelines that we have to follow or should follow in order to fit their expectations. But what about our expectations? What about the way that we view our lives? What about the set of rules that we should make for ourselves? What about the set of guidelines that we should make for ourselves? That should not be up to anybody besides ourselves. And that's just how I feel about that situation. Society should not tell us what we should be and how we should live our lives in order to be successful or happy or to get attention from people. And that's what society does. And I feel like as a population, we should not allow that to define who we are. I know myself personally. I know that sometimes I am on social media, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on TikTok, and I see something, I see a post, and I immediately start to think, why can't I be like that? Why shouldn't I live my life like that? Why shouldn't I be getting flights and going on trips and this, that, and the other? Why can't I look like that in a bathing suit? Why this? Why that? I start questioning myself. And I know I'm not the only one that used to do it. I know I'm not the only one who does it. I still do it. I find myself doing it, but I have to stop that cycle. And that's what my point is for this topic right now, is to just let you guys know that the way you view yourself should not be because of the way society wants you to view yourself. You should view yourself the way that you want to view yourself. You think that you're beautiful, you are beautiful. Society thinks that, well, you have to be this size in order to fit into a bikini. No, you want to wear a bikini, you wear a bikini, no matter what you look like. Also, with people who talk about like light skin, like being light skin and being dark skin and this, that, and the other, every skin is beautiful. You do not have to be light skin in order to get someone's attention. You do not have to be white in order to drink Starbucks. Like little things like that. Like, oh, why are black people drinking Starbucks? So many black people are drinking Starbucks. Oh, you're white. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Oh, you're light skin, so you can't do that. Oh, you're dark skin, so you're not going to get that much attention. It's so much stuff that society feeds us that we take in, and it's such a sad cycle because we then question, who am I? Who am I as a person? Am I good enough? We start to really forget who we are. We start to like really think that we're just not doing it in life. And society feeds that to us and we take it in. And it's such a horrible cycle because then we kind of lose sight of our purpose in this world. We start trying to live the way that society wants us to live, or live a way that we think that we should live in order to get this recognition or this, that, and the other. It's not right. And that's just how I feel about that. We are amazing no matter what way we look. We are doing things that we know are good for ourselves, not that society thinks is good for us. We are in control of our own lives, and we are in control of how we live our lives and how we basically just feel about ourselves. It shouldn't be up to anybody else besides us. My second point that I want to talk about is relationships. How society tries to make us feel like we need to be in a relationship. In order to be happy, in order to be successful, we need a wife, we need a man, we need a boyfriend, we need this, we need that in order to be stable. You know, we are on social media and we see a couple of people that are just like always posting how happy they are. Just got my engagement ring. Oh, the kids are happy, this, that, and the other. And then we get into that mindset, I should have a child. I should have a husband. Why can't I have a boyfriend? Why can't I do that? You know, it takes its toll on us because we see all this stuff going on and we see all these posts and other people being happy. And then we're like, wait, can I have that? Can I have a boyfriend? Can I have a husband? Should I do that? And then we start looking for that. And then we just kind of mess up things for our life because we're trying to uphold that entire thing. Oh, you need a man or you need this to be stable. And I know that there are going to be people out there who may say that, wouldn't you want a man? Wouldn't you want a boyfriend? Wouldn't you want a girlfriend? Wouldn't you want a family in order to be happy? And my argument and my response to that will be, yes, I'm sure that having a man, having a wife, having a family is amazing. But do I need that in order to be successful? Do I need that in order to be happy? No. And I'm not saying that it's not wrong. And I'm not saying that it's wrong or that you should not have a man or this, that, and the other. I'm just saying that it's not the end all and be all that society tries to make it. If you want a man, if you want a family, start one. But you do not have to. You create that guideline for yourself. You make that decision. Do not go by what society is saying and what you see and think, oh, I should be that. I should do this. Because that's not the way it should be. That's not. And you are the only person who can determine whether that is the way you want to live your life or not. My second point that I want to talk about is how people feel about going to college. Some people out there are going to college because they feel like that's all they can be. That's all they need in order to be successful. Why do they think that? Because that's what society makes you feel like. You need to be a doctor to be happy or successful, to have a nice house. You need to be this. You need to be a lawyer in order to have good income. You need to be in college in order to be successful in this world. And that is not true. Now, I'm not saying that people should not go to college because I myself am a college student. And the only reason why I'm a college student is because my heart's in it. Because I want to be a psychologist. I want to be in that field. I want to help people. And yes, it will help me succeed in the future, and it will benefit me as a person who has goals. Who wants certain goals. It's going to help me. But it's not the only thing in life that will help me be successful, if that makes sense. And when I talk about college, I want to talk specifically to the parents. This one is for like parents out there who pushes it down their child's throat that they need to go to college and become a doctor or a lawyer. I know that every parent wants their daughter or their son to be successful. If I were a parent, I would 100% want my child to be successful. But college is not the only way they can be successful. And I'm not trying to tell you how to parent. I just want you to open your mind and understand that when you constantly push down to your child's throat that they should go to college and they need to go to college and they need to be this in order to be successful, it dehumanizes them. And they find themselves, or they could find themselves being in the major, doing something, being in college, paying all this money for what? Do I want to be in college? No, but my parents say I should be in college or I'm not going to be successful. And it becomes a cycle. They graduate college and then they start a family and then it goes to their child. You need to go to college. And then it becomes a cycle that can't be ended because of what their parent instilled in them. And then they start instilling it into their children. And then next thing you know, all you have is unhappy people who are in debt because they went to college when they really didn't want to go to college, but they thought they had to because that's the only way that they can be successful, right? No, that's not. It's not. They can have whatever job. People can define their own success. You know, American Dream says, oh, you need to have a house. You need to have a nice car. You need to go to college. You need to do this. It's not the way that they have to do it. It's not the way that they have to go by. It's not a certain rule or guideline that people have to go by in order to be successful in this world. You determine your own success. You are the person who determines what is successful for you. You are the person who determines your self-actualization. And what self-actualization is, your highest potential of yourself. You are the only person who determines what that is. No one else should do that. You want to go to college, but make sure your heart is in it. Do not go to college because you think that's what you need to go in order to be successful. Do not buy a house because that's what you think you need to get. That's what you think you need to have in order to be seen as a successful person. You can live in an apartment, you can live in a condo, and you can still be successful. You can have any other job out here. You have a job, right? You have income, right? So you're successful, in my opinion. If you want more, get more, but don't do more because that's what society says. Do more because that's what you wholeheartedly want for your life. You want a husband. Go get a husband. Find a husband. You want a wife. Find a wife. Let her come to you. Let everything happen the way you want it to happen because that's the way you want your life. Not because that's what society says or that's what you see on social media. You are the creator of your own life. You are your own person. You need to be who you are according to you and who you want to be in this world. Don't let others define you. We must define ourselves. Don't be someone who you're not. Don't let society make you into this person that you are really not. Find your inner sparkle. Find your inner courage. And be who you want to be. Make your own guidelines. I cannot stress that enough, guys. Make your own guidelines and follow them. And I promise you, you will be so happy in life. When you are older, you will look back and think, I did not conform into society. I made my own way and I'm happy. You would be so unhappy if you keep on following everyone else's guidelines but yours. You guys are amazing in my eyes. Whoever is out there listening, be who you are. Be who you want to be. And just let everything come to you. Chase what you want and let things come to you. Don't fall into society's trap. Make your own way in this world, and I promise you, you will be the happiest person ever. And I truly believe that. Thank you all for listening, and that's all I have for today's podcast. Have a good day. Thank you.